Well, thank you all for watching our show live on Evine. We have got Carl Rosen here from Bulova, so we're going to get to know a little bit more about the brand and chat. We do have a few offers that were not on air, but they are exclusive to us on Facebook and YouTube right now. And we have got Bulova in the Curve watch. And in the Curve, this is going to get you diamond accents, $5.99 price point. We do not have a lot of these to go around. They are really just a few people that could get in on this. And your item number there, and the item is all on the screen, as we're going to learn a little bit more about Bulova as a company. So, Carl, you were with the company 30 years. It's evolved into, or was one of the most pioneering watch companies, and to this day, it's massive, isn't it? It's a huge watch company.
It's still pioneering. It still lives back to its legacy of craftsmanship, innovation, and technology. So every one of the watches really has that DNA built into it. So the Curve, which we're going to be looking at right now, is a new technology proprietary and developed by Bulova for the market. This has a 262 kilohertz frequency movement in it. So it's one of the world's most accurate watches. It's 8 times the frequency of a normal quartz watch. So the inside is beautiful if you're an engineer, if you're interested in precision. But look at the outside of this. This is a curved case as well as a curved crystal so that it can sit very nicely on your wrist.
Sorry, Todd, what was that? I missed that. Oh, okay. Okay, there you go. By the way, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, so you can send us a note, say hi to Carl. If you've got a question, you've got any questions on a Bulova watch, have you actually ever owned a Bulova timepiece, or do you know someone that has? I'd love to see what style that was. Maybe Carl remembers one of them. And how often do they kind of change? I mean, do you have cycles? Are there lots that obviously are in the archive that aren't produced anymore? There must be a lot of...
Yes, what we're trying to do is use the archive to honor the past, celebrate the present, and inspire the future. So we're taking elements, sometimes we're recreating styles that have historical significance, and sometimes we're just taking elements to reproduce in new collections.
So I'm going to ask Maggie to come out here, who helps us behind the scenes, because we are on YouTube, but I can't seem to see any of the conversations. If I am, can I hand it to you and just see if you can pull it up, because I'm not sure if I see everyone on there. Who did you say we want to give a shout out to on Facebook? I'm sorry. Corrine, thank you for joining us. You were saying a shout out. Oh, Uni General, okay, on YouTube. So if you want to join us, say hello, and we'd love to have a chat. So any other family members that went into Bulova, or are you the, because I know you talked before about this.
No, for me, it's just me, but Bulova itself is a family.
Yes.
And there are many, many generations of people that did work there. So it's been a nice atmosphere. When I was there, people worked for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years there.
Yeah, what a community. Did you do much travel within that?
I was in charge of the international business. I was president of their Swiss subsidiary. Right. So I got to see Bulova consumers around the world.
Where was the most fascinating?
I went to Brazil quite often, and Bulova is very strong there. Italy, Bulova has a huge brand recognition.
Yes, they do. Yes.
Big history. And UK,
yeah.
I've been to UK, Spain, Korea.
Funnily enough, the Asia and Europe, very brand orientated, aren't they? You know,
extremely.
They want a brand, and they are used to buying a brand. And they're used to kind of spending more to be able to get that quality of a brand.
Right, but they're also sometimes these are very demanding consumers too. They want to make sure that they're getting what they pay for. No, but so it's not just having the brand, but it's having the brand and the quality that brand brings.
What about, did you make it to Hong Kong?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I mean, I love Hong Kong. There's more, I think, watch companies there than any other place in the world, the amount of watches sold in how many different varieties.
Yeah, and so I was...
It's a watch haven, isn't it?
I was chief operating officer, so I had responsibility over procurement, quality, control, engineering. So I got to work with the suppliers as well and see how some of these diamonds are actually hand set. It's amazing.
That's one of my favorite places in the world, I must say. I was there not too long ago, actually a few weeks ago. I was there for a very quick trip, but I love it. One of my favorite places. If you want to get in on a Bulova timepiece, that history, that art, this is available to about 5 people right now could get to pick this up. It's beautiful diamond accents. It is the curve, and it's on this rubber strap as well. So we're going to get you 12 points of diamonds. You're going to get item number 672293. It's on your screen. Thanks for joining us. We'll make sure we give you a shout out later. We're going to say goodbye to this offer. We've got a couple more to go through. We only have about 5 items, by the way, and then we're going to take an hour and a half off, and we'll be back on TV. Who was that? Oh, Unigeneral. Okay, well, thank you for liking the bracelet of. Oh, thank you for liking this watch very much. I hope you're able to pick this up. So sometimes, you know, it's hard to see on people's names on Facebook and Instagram because they don't use a name. It's like a, you know, their handle. Which is not sometimes you say on TV. Okay, well, we say goodbye to this offer. Todd, where are we going next? We are going to offer everyone. Ooh, okay, really nice. Wait till you see what we've got coming up. Now, by the way, when you see these items when we're on our social media, we have very, very limited quantities. There are items that actually don't make it to air. Sometimes we have 2 or 3 or 5 or 6. And what we've got here is something truly exciting. Wait till you see this one. We are going to get you beautiful, beautiful diamonds, and a lot of them. We're going to get you, oh, look at this. What have we got the carat weight on this one? Hopefully Todd has got that for us. Todd, if you don't mind typing that in. How many carats? What's the diamond weight on here? We don't have this, but if you type it into the web, you might be able to see it, 672286. And if you can, you might be able to see how many diamonds this is.
But at the top, at the 6 o'clock and the 12 o'clock, you have a pave. Diamond accents throughout, as well as look at the side of the watch.
Oh my goodness, is that elegant? Is this for ladies or men, or is this? This is the normal. This is the 40mm.
Right, but
so this is the same as the other curves we had on the show.
Right.
Oh, okay. So it is. It's for the guys and ladies.
It could be ladies. There could be some men who would be interested in this to wear with a tuxedo.
Oh, I love diamonds. My goodness, one of my favorites. I think you can never go wrong with that.
But you will be noticed when you wear this watch.
Won't you? Look at those. So the diamonds go down on the lugs, and then you've got this kind of satin finish. Yeah, maybe the brace. Maybe this is more for the ladies on that satin finish with the the strap. So I think that might kind of.
But look at the inset on the side of the case.
What is this?
Those are handset diamonds.
I was looking at the retail. Do you know the list price on this, if you were to go to a department store, would be $2,995.
Right.
So there's a big discount, isn't it? Well, if you want to try something very special, we have 3 of these. 3 people get this. I mean, this didn't make it to TV. We had so few, and you know, you need a long time to take a look at this and enjoy it. If you want to do it, have you got any questions? If you do, give us a quick note on either YouTube or Facebook. I'm on YouTube. My producer Todd is on Facebook, so he can give me any updates if someone's got a question on this. Were diamonds? Oh yes, you were saying diamonds were always in the culture of Bulova.
Right. Bulova started in 1875 in New York as a jewelry company, and I think that jewelry has been a focal point even in the watches. That it's really a piece of jewelry that tells time.
Okay, don't worry, that's fine. What we will do, we've got a few minutes. We only have about a 20-minute show, so we don't have too long to spend with you here. But again, beautiful satin finish. Diamonds are on either side. Take a look at that on the lugs all the way down, and a beautiful integrated system. It's just enough. And then you've got the hour markers as well.
Yes, whether or not they're on the dial or on the case, they're all handset.
Okay, I have a question, and I think it's a very important one. I've heard the answer, but I'd rather it come from you in the watchmaking business. A battery should last a couple of years.
Yes.
Someone's asking to preserve the battery life. Should they open the crown and leave it open?
There's a debate about that.
Okay.
Not always. So I don't think it really makes a difference. What is very draining from a battery standpoint is the use of a chronograph.
Right.
So that if you're using the chronograph often, that will drain. Our average batteries or our average watch is probably around 2 years.
Right.
But it could go to 3.
Yes.
But
Is there a danger, though, by leaving this out to stop the battery, that like dust or things can get in there, particles, or not really?
I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Okay. But, you know, if it 2-3 years is a pretty long lifespan.
Yes.
So, okay. But it doesn't do any harm by pulling that out?
No.
Okay.
And actually, when we ship the watches, they're not operating. We have a crown stopper.
Oh, what's that made of?
It's just a little plastic insert.
Plastic. Okay, so then
just to
start it when you get it back.
Yes.
So, oh, that's great. So you really will get a couple of years, should get a couple of years
Yes.
on your battery. That's fantastic. Okay, so there it is. We say goodbye to this. We've only got 2 of these remaining, so hope that you're able to enjoy a piece like that. We have about 3 more items, and that is all we've got for our Bulova first ever YouTube. All right, now, this is the same piece that we had? Or is it different?
the same.
It is. Okay. We'll talk about but it was a chronograph, yes.
Yeah.
This is the chronograph curve. The only way you can get this is through Bulova. And there's a 2-tone gold tone with steel, and it is so beautiful on the wrist. It really is. It is fabulous on the wrist. Why? Because it's curved. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? I was so impressed when I saw this for the first time on my wrist.
Actually, you're probably impressed with how it felt on your wrist.
Yes, exactly.
But it also looks great. It doesn't. Sometimes the watch will sit up on your wrist, but here, because of the curved case back, as well as and the movement, you've got a great drop on the wrist, so it really hugs that wrist.
It drapes. It's as I said before, it feels like it's custom made.
To your wrist.
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely.
It really does. I've never felt a watch that kind of fits exactly like it should, like this. This is part of the Curve collection. This is $519. We have, Todd, how many have we got remaining? Okay, dozen
Yes,
of those.
and this has a proprietary movement too, the 262 kilohertz frequency. It's the high precision quartz by Bulova. It's unique to Bulova. It is extremely accurate. It's 8 times as accurate as a normal quartz watch.
Do you know how we get all these watches in perfect shape? How they arrive like this. Come say hello, Maggie. Don't be shy. Say hello. So Maggie's helping us out for 2 hours on the live show. Is this different than the live shows? Does it feel different?
Yes, it does.
Yes,
It feels a
a little bit more relaxed, chill.
Yeah, I've done a
questions.
couple YouTube shows, and it's nicer to just kind of. No, there's not really a script we're sticking to. We're just kinda,
and we've got our own pace,
know.
our own time, and we can get questions for everyone. Well, thank you to Maggie, who's been bringing out these watches and helping us out all hour and last hour before then. This is where, you know, kind of a little behind the scenes of what happens here. We'll show you more as we go, but we are building and having lots more time to spend with you on YouTube and Facebook. So if you're on Facebook right now, this is what you're getting. A Bulova watch with all steel, with this curve, with, look at that, brilliant design that just drapes over the wrist. Actually, I think this is a little different than the one we had before. Is it the same item we had, Maggie? It is, okay. Because most of the items we do have on our YouTube is going to be exclusively just for the show. This one's a little bit of a bring back of what we just had last hour. So I hope you're able to pick this one up as we have just a minute remaining. 672-242. So you said 3 years ago this was introduced around.
Yes, just a couple of years. It took a very long time to develop this movement, and now we have an entire collection.
Where do you do a launch of something like this? Is it at Basel at the big
Yes,
show? Is that where you kind of unveil and show everyone?
Exactly. So Bulova's has a big presence at Basel. People from around the world will be there. Trade.
How many times did you go?
I've been there about 16 times.
Really?
Yes.
And it's only once a year. It's March, isn't
Right.
it? So it's once a year.
Right.
And it's jewelry as well, isn't it? It's huge on
Yes.
jewelry.
Yes, and it's really the same category. The way the Bulova watches are made, it's really a piece of jewelry that tells time.
Have you got a huge booth there?
Yes.
Oh, it must be impressive.
We have a dozen meeting rooms in there.
Oh, really?
A few kitchens.
Oh, my goodness, really?
And they're packed.
Fun, fun, fun. That's the biggest kind of showcase to the world of, for trade, for
Yes,
watches.
and it's an experience.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe. You really have to experience it to understand.
I would like to go. I've never been. I've done the Hong Kong watch and jewelry show.
Totally, that is nowhere comparison.
No, what I was impressed there, and I'm sure Basel has the same, was these kind of one-off watches that are like hundreds of thousands of dollars to make. They make
Yes,
one
you have
a
that
year.
at Basel.
Oh.
One watch I saw was $18 million a couple of years ago.
And what could make a watch 18 million?
256 carats of diamonds.
That will make it. That will make it. 256.
256 carats.
So there wasn't any, I mean, you couldn't probably visually see any gold.
No, it was solid diamonds on your wrist. But it did tell time. I did see a Bugatti watch this year for 4.2 million, I think.
Really?
Yes. But there's some very unique, very esoteric. But one thing about Bulova is, while you have the quality, it is a luxury
Achievable.
timepiece, but it is attainable. It's affordable. We'd like to see Bulova on everyone's wrist.
So this has got the rubber strap. This one we had a presentation live on air. Everyone loved it, by the way. We've got the last few, so we're able to offer it right now on Facebook and YouTube. That is a stunning look, and I'll tell you, you're getting yourself something quite spectacular on this curve. Again, this is just sharp. This is smart.
Smart is probably the best description. It's sophisticated, it's sporty, it's comfortable to wear, and you've got the quality that Bulova's building in.
Brilliant. All right, well, there's only one more item we have got. We will be back with Bulova in an hour and 30 minutes. So we invite you to spend some time with us there, because we have our... Tell us the schedule. You're with me for one more hour, and that's at 10 o'clock Eastern. And then you have a show with Lynn later on, is that correct?
No, I think it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, so that's it for tonight.
Yes.
Oh,
I get to regroup.
We're not working you that hard. We can be a lot tougher than that. I thought you had one at midnight tonight. You're on at 9 a.m., I believe. Tomorrow,
Yes.
and then 2 p.m. That's Central Time. All right, well, let's take a look at our last item. We're looking at either a gold tone or a silver tone, and we're going to get you into a Bulova timepiece, the Curve. This one has got an exhibition case back as well, so you get to see that movement, which you normally don't see, but it's to show the case, the curve movement.
Right, so you know that it's there, but it just sort of reinforces that curve in your mind. But the curve can sit very nicely on your wrist, but it's a real design element, so that it allows the watch to be designed on the outside and sit very nicely on your wrist curved.
Very nice. Well, you know what? We'd love to invite you back. This is a chance for you to get this right now with Bulova. You can see everything we've got online, and we are going to be able to get you another lineup of an hour soon. But in the meantime, if you're watching us live right now on the YouTube channel, you can make sure you get Diamond Accents, the Curve, and 672-241. That's what you're getting right there. Very nice. Well, have you enjoyed your time?
Yeah, it's been fun. Thank you.
It's a strange environment, isn't it, when we're on live TV and suddenly all cameras are red and we're on.
But what makes it easy is, to me, the product sells itself. I help provide a little bit of background on it.
A lot of knowledge on it. My goodness, that's brilliant for us. It really is.
Once you get it in your wrist, you're sold.
Fantastic. Well, listen, we appreciate that. Todd, I'm sorry, what did you say? I missed what you were saying. Oh, we're wrapping up? That's it? Okay. Well, listen, Carl, we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you for watching us live. In the meantime, we're going to go back to our live show on Evine. Check us out as we have more Bulova later on tonight. See you later.